coming in from the west side over Georgia Pole. We have Sarki available for some teams if they want to go there. And we also have this whole Milta thing. Last game, Besiktas, what were they doing down there? Let's see what's going to happen this time around.
Yeah, so Besiktas, right? Are they going to be super stubborn? We're already seeing them drop out here. So where are they going this time around? Avangard have gone for Zaki. They're going to claim that as their own, I think, for probably the rest of the games, really.
3 games, 3 unique drop spots for Besiktas. What's going to happen this time around? Seems like they'll just be committing West Coast. And it kind of makes sense because the only teams that were there were Kebabs and Fenerbahce. And, well, none of them are here. So makes good sense to go down this direction.
Besiktas just want to keep you guessing, Toby. They're just like, you want to predict where we're going to drop? Nope. No chance. That means Tornado, though, they should get Milta no problem as well. Have Desperados close by as always. And then we'll see 7 take Milta power.
A 3D Max committing 3... Oh, never mind. They're turning around. I was going to say, are they committing 3 players into hospital to scare off Deep? But nope, that wasn't quite the case. So Besiktas, they'll take their Gatka spot down there. No, not their Gatka spot, but the Gatka spot down there because that's not a place we normally see them loot around. And for anyone else... Well, not a whole lot of surprises in that regard. Still no military team. This plane could have allowed for it, but this seems a little more calm.
Yeah, it's going to be less of the crazy confusion at the beginning, right? More of this, a bit of a calculated decision going in. A nice circle overall. Okay, splits up military, and we've seen a lot of military circles, but majority of it is still over towards the north. We're going to go semi-central. Some teams will be happy with this, but still, with no military team, the Northern Lights haven't looked to change this up. I'm guessing maybe they've just abandoned it for this lobby.
Could be. I mean, they know that they have both Desperado and now Tornado Energy and Milta, and they have a Milta power, an Novo team, and also Unique. I mean, they have been the team that sits around and waits for teams to leave that island, right? They saw how much they were doing damage to Meteor Megas.
Yeah.
So Northern Lights probably saying, well, Gamer Legion never really did that to us, so we don't want to have that happen. Let's just completely avoid it by going somewhere else.
Now Seek Org on your team, yet to get a point. And they are a team that we saw start off strong pretty early on in their group, and they managed to be overall consistent until it got towards the end. They need to bring themselves back into this.
And that's the thing, right? Because a lobby, it sounds weird when you say it, but a lobby needs some of these YOLO teams that will fight kind of too early. Just because if you don't have anyone doing that, it's going to be based purely off of position and where you are in the circle. Because already when you reach circle 3, maybe even circle 4, there will not be enough room for everyone. All the positions will be taken. And if everyone is doing the whole, let's just sit on the edge until circle 4 and then fight everyone, there's going to be way too many people to fight in a way too small area. It's just going to be chaos.
Chaos is certainly what we have been seeing from YOLO plays with the cars and running them all in, and last-minute bombs, grenades coming out, teams trying to rush through in the middle of firefights going on.
But also the first 2 games have been with very open, not only endings, but also very open in the sense of where the circle has gone earlier in the game. Here at least you have Pachinki in the circle. You have some sort of, what can you say, cover available. Sure, there's the whole water bank going through down towards military right now, but there's plenty of cover to work with also earlier on.
Yeah, I guess there's previously not been many bases that they could kind of put themselves around.
Exactly.
And now they do have almost a central location to try and work around. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to end there. It's going to be interesting to see what does end up happening. But overall, we need a home, right? That's a team I want to look at a little bit more detail because they certainly looked like a team that came out of nowhere in many situations, right? You'd see them in circles where they should have definitely had no advantage and they were able to get it done.
Yeah.
But that's a team that I think no team in this lobby should be underestimating. But I know there will be some, right? They'll go, oh, okay, look, they're not a big threat to us. We're not too worried about them. And they're the teams that kind of sneak up on you and really catch you off guard.
They got themselves Yasnaya, uncontestedly as well. Pretty nice for them. It's not the worst place to call your own. Got plenty of rotation opportunities out of there as well. See Rita making the push on up towards Volcano, just far a little further south. Actually, where her name is, for those of you guys who don't know what Volcano is, it's right where Rita Dell's name is, just east of Rosak. But her being the in-game leader, trying to sit down there, scout out. It's actually not too often, at least to my knowledge, that the in-game leader is also the one scouting out ahead. Normally you have the guy on the bike or the one sort of driving out in front, looking out, give back the info to your teammates, and then drive on further. And then the in-game leader off of that info will determine what's happening next. But here, I guess she doesn't really have to consult with anyone because he's just saying, I see this, you go there.
Yeah. And that makes a lot of sense, right? Keep the communications only what's necessary, keep people focused on what they're doing, and play to your strengths. If you're the decision maker in it all, then you can get the information and use it to your advantage.
Exactly. Inside games, winners of last game, they're making their rotation in from the eastern side. Now Desperados starting to trying to figure, we're already sitting in this circle. We have the entire area to ourselves right now, but what should we prioritize? Where should we put down our splits? Committing to one compound would make no sense at this point, this early in the game. So split out, take some control of this circle, but also be in a position where if teams were to push on you, you have a chance to do something. And look at this, the deep spots Nogi. Nogi has a pistol. Nogi has a pistol.
If he gets away with this, that's going to be huge. He's on so low health.
Something tells me Nogi did not get the loot he wanted, because he has a pistol. And we're 6 minutes into the game. Oh, there's the AK. I was like, how did you not get a weapon yet? Look at this hit trick as well, completely cut off down the road. And this is the first time we really see 3D Max and Northern Lights fighting each other.
Yeah, and this is not what Noki would have wanted there, but he will want that headshot. That was brilliantly played. Now he needs to cover, but he's not going to be able to get it. The Deep's going to go straight in for the finish off, and Northern Lights will at least walk away with the opening kill here. Hidrick's too far away to be able to save his teammate.
And this, for 3D Max, is also got to be one of those... What do we do off of that? Because if they're going to jump on us throughout the entire 20 games here, do we really want to have the risk of this happening every single time the circle goes south? Because they will have to either rotate through them or do something else. And you can see right there, I mean, Northern Lights, they're 100% sitting there waiting for them to rotate so they can take them out. And if they're going to plan on doing this every single time, 3D Max's rotations are going to be pretty rough from the George Bull area.
And that's what can keep happening, right? They're used to having this position and being able to rotate quite nicely down to the south or cross the bridge second to last there. And this time around, they're not going to have the openings. Inside games, they just run on through with all the vehicles. A few shots fired at them from Tornado, but no casualties as of yet. So they'll be happy they've got away with it, at least for now. They can quickly walk straight back into another team, as we know of how contested this area is going to be.
CC Oak, they've made their way down towards Stella as well. We get them on our screen here right now. Ferrex is all by himself right now, but the teammates are indeed pulling up. They're full on committing. Fortunately, don't hit each other. But for Sixy and Cass, they gotta figure, do we really want to stay here or do we not? Sixy gets the knock on towards Ballas, gets the flush on towards him too.
Sigsy, this is a man I said needed to come alive, and he's going to be able to get it done. But Seacorp, they can't catch a break. They're near elimination, and this is not what they would have wanted once again. Ness just watching the rest of his teammates go down, helpless as he can do nothing.
Guys, these aren't bumper cards. You're supposed to drive them without hitting each other, but I like to see what Snoopy did. They're just trying to sort of spin him out and take him out, but in the end, the only team to be taken out so far is once again Seacorp. So off to a opposite start of what we saw them do in the group stages, I guess you can say that. A really, really solid early performance, and then they kind of fell off. Now, with a rough first 3 games, hope to see them get something better going.
Now, Simsy, right? We saw him on many occasions, and it wasn't just on Miramar like we speak about Besiktas being very strong on, have impeccable individual skill. Great aim on that man. Nade placements, utility, good understanding of what's going on around him. That's a team you have to keep an eye out for when you're looking at the Besiktas fights going down.
Let's just say that Lux does get himself knocked, but look at the positioning. Miles out in the open. Dastish somehow managing to drive underneath that without really getting confronted by anyone. Blaston, not sure exactly how he managed to get finished off there, but down he went in the end of things. And Dastish, well, right now at least he's safe, but as you can see in his teammates, they're not quite so.
No, his teammates are pinned down. Orange Snow just trying to run away. Tizzering under heavy fire, and they are starting to come down close to him. Can they provide any cover fire from the distance, though, now?
Circle pops, and it should, for the most part, at least exclude military opportunities. Could see a very far southern hard shift. Maybe, I'm not sure we could, but something like that could happen. We'll, of course, have to wait and see just exactly how things will unfold. Tizerin, trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Does have 3 teammates up, but they're nowhere near him.
Tizerin's just looking for cover, looking for a way to get out, but Zampeak's there, ready and waiting. Inside game's going to look in for this frag, and okay, some cover fire is being returned in there, and he does manage to get the knock onto Zampeak with the nade, but that's probably all he's going to be able to get. He's just going to try and hide himself in that smoke and bait them out into the open.
Yeah, you see Tizerin, he's already trying to crawl on out. Guys, safe rest, come for me, but I don't think Orange Note actually has any plans of going up there. Actually gets stolen. What? Yeah, Calvin from miles away with the Kar 98. There you go. That's a free point for you. If you can hit those shots, that's a deserved kill, I guess.
Yeah, massively so. That's quite some distance to do it from. That's an impressive one to make. I don't think any of them expected that. There's Inside Games thinking, oh, okay, cool, we'll get it eventually. We'll just wait for him to come out. Wait a second. We did all the work. Come on.
That is where, again, discussions are always made with should you be rewarded for getting the initial knock, because that tends to be, at least for the most part, is the tougher of the tasks, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That is, I guess, something up for discussion. You guys can discuss it in your chats on Reddit or on all those other forums you might be part of. But for now, 3Max making their way on in from the far western side. We still don't have Northern Lights inside the circle yet, or at least half of them aren't. And Quick Math as well from far north have made their way towards the western side of the circle here.
Erangel this time, they tried to poke in. They saw where Stella were. They've repositioned themselves as well. Like you just said, Northern Lights, they're making their way the long way around. Going to go all the way bypassing Primorsk. But they're taking their time. They're making sure they've got some space. The problem is there's not that much space when they do come through to it, but they'll find it out soon. It's both Quick Math, Besiktas, and a couple of their teammates there fighting off, with 3D Max potentially joining anytime soon.
Besiktas now trying to make the run around. Where are people? Where are people? Well, there's a guy sitting in the middle of the open. Let's not deal with him right now. Let's instead take this compound that is completely safe and empty. So for Phenom, no vehicle remaining. This position is not where we want to play from. But then again, I mean, we've seen Phenom do these things before, so nothing new under the sun.
No, Phenom does love to have to do that, right? He's like, I'll be the solo one alive, trying to grab us into these points, and sometimes he's done pretty well off the back of it.
Do you see Wacko and Hittrick trying to make their way on in, but are they expecting either Besiktas or Miacho around? I'm not sure they are. I mean, one of them will for sure have to go pick up Phenom if they want to go anywhere else, but this is not going to be easy for 3D Max. Under a lot of fire already. Hittrick taking a headshot to him immediately. Wacko now as well down to a half HP, trying to make the run on over, going towards their teammate. Spin around, stop the vehicles, get on out. And Phenom saying, hey guys, welcome to the middle of the playing field. This is where you don't want to be, but thanks for coming anyway.
Hittrick's just tried to med up when not inside the smoke, not getting any cover there. Waggo's now just sat in the car thinking, oh, okay, what on earth are we going to do from here? And they're being shot at by Zokindam at the same time. You are incredibly pinned down now, lads. And that probably wasn't the most well-executed rescue.
No, normally you want to get people inside your car and drive away, not jump out of the car and get shot at. That's not how rescues work normally, at least. Miacho does go down, so a little bit of potential pressure alleviated from 3D Max. But now we'll see new circle pops. Where, oh, where are this one going? It's going to go down towards Unique. And wow, is this circle for the third time in a row going to be open? Because next one's going away from water. And believe me, guys, there's going to be a lot of field inside this one.
And that's where we're going to see some crazy action go down, right?
Yeah.
Lack of cover. You're just going to be out there, stood around, trying to find yourself a lot of utility to work with here. And when teams start to see this, this is where they really begin to stock up on smoke grenades.
Reciprocity find themselves a good spot here in the circle. They have two guys up on the sort of the mountain ridge there, or the forest ridge. And Scoom stays down inside the compound with, I believe, Haxeti, trying to see if they can get themselves some more info as Shift make that. On where teams are. And they have, I mean, from their position right now, other than inside Pachinki, they can see pretty much the entire circle.
Yeah.
They can get all the info in the world, but they got to figure, how do we want to prioritize this? Because we know we're in a priority compound. Teams would most likely come to us. Now they're sending one more guy back to the compound. Smart play by them.
Makes a lot of sense. As Avangard still now changing up the rotation again. They had the northern side. They had to move around a little bit towards the east because Stella had their position they obviously were trying to get. And now they've called them way back round. They're going to look at the west side to see if they can push themselves in.
Inside Games trying to make a fall-off rotation. Taking a lot of fire as well. Sunday going down. Buster trying to do some more damage. Pixel somehow still alive with just 1 HP. But he has a long way still to go. And right now, we need a Homer trying to see if they can finish him off.
People are still taking shots at Pixel. 1 health is literally all he's got left. He's somehow managing to avoid all the shots, and he's going to try and find himself some cover here.
Watch out, you don't want to get yourself knocked there. Just manage to will do a 180 and then keep on driving.
He was just like, oh, I'm just going to test this bike out, see how good it is.
Good suspension, solid handle, solid handle him, 10 out of 10.
Brake works, I didn't crash into the wall, all good.
Good on oil, good on gas, yep, let's go. Now, Sam Peak in the meantime, coming in from the south. I do not expect to see Inside Games get unified, or sort of get back together in this game at least, because they are very, very far apart.
Yeah, this is very difficult actually. Jesus Christ.
It's Gonna be an interesting one, though. Would be a game for the ages if they could manage to pull that one off. We'll have to wait and see if that is indeed going to be possible. 7, though. They have now made the run on down. Pixel, of course, is continuously undefined. I think every team in the lobby has shot at him at this point. They heard Desperados move out, and they'll just take their spot and run up further towards them. But Desperados, they're full on committing towards Sampik and Oslovac. They only saw one vehicle, and they're saying, you know what? Let's go full ham on this ones.
Nades already coming out, though. They're going to be pushed away just a little bit here. Desperados have the numbers advantage, and how are they going to approach this? Repositioning themselves around it, or are they just going to back away?
A smart disengage here. They came up, they were like, yep, you know what, if we can get the quick engage and we get the quick surprise, we will be able to pull it off. Now they didn't. And they figured, you know what, let's go for the circle position instead. Smart play by them. Pixel gets himself spun out and taken down by Asterin. Not a whole lot more to it. That's the danger of being on a bike. And Circle, as expected, sent us up. And it's gonna go crazy out in the open for the most part.
These open circles and how these teams deal with it.
And that's the issue, right? We keep talking about how when you're in the open on Miramar, sure, because of the height differences, it's a little more tricky because people can see you from above. But on Erangel, when you're in the open, I mean, you're in the open. On Miramar, you pretty much always have either Habel stacks or something similar to it to work around. But here, I mean, this is just a huge flat field with barely any cover available. It's Alcera now, though, making the full-on push up towards 7 as Calvin gets himself the first knock.
This is very interesting. Desperados, they disengage from inside games, and now they're pushing up on into 7 Esports. They want some kills in here, and Calvin Klein trying to stay alive. A lot of spray coming out there, but the knock goes down, and Francario eats it. This is not looking good for 7 whatsoever.
7 is under a lot of pressure. Buster is all that's left. 3 knocked teammates, and he has to figure, do I want to somehow try and disengage this one, or do I want to go for it? There's not a whole lot he can do from his position. Calvin knocked his teammate. That's
Yeah, less than ideal.
I guess not what he wanted to do. And now Calvin is actually down to 1 HP as well, and he has to make the run because the circle is coming in. Buster, you just got saved by Calvin. Because Calvin is running like a crazy person trying to avoid the circle, because it is circle in phase 4. It's going to do a lot more damage than what we saw before, obviously, being later on in the game. And, well, I mean, for right now at least, Buster is still alive.
Oh, Sigsy tries to jump in the smoke. More smokes are going to be deployed, but he's getting tagged up quite heavily here. Players are just spraying through it no matter what. They go down. We see Calder Menta get wrecked by the car as well. What is going on? How does it go from looking so good for him to so bad ever so quickly?
They had everything under control, and everything just went sideways when Calvin accidentally knocked Fake, and now, well, they got in 15th. Not to be expected from before. Of course, they were in a rough position, and Moleman, well, I mean, that wasn't a smoke either.
A rough game again for Stella, but 3D Max still in it, still alive. Wagger getting the kill onto Tom Mill. Reciprocity's position is very nice. The 4 teams are going to start to come closer to him here, so they're going to be under pressure ever so soon, and eventually they may have to move out depending where the next circle shifts to.
And this is the thing, right? Because if the circle goes east, there has to be other teams pulling up in the compound, the Reciprocity, and look at this Wagger, 1 HP. Besiktas, they're slowly making their way forward, at least for right now. All the teams that are on high ground positions, they have to focus on who else is up there. But at some point, all those teams will start looking down towards the field, and for right now, at least, they're safe. But it's not gonna last them long. Simsy, a guy that's good with nades, gets one thrown in return, and Hedrick, Phantom, and Wagner, they're doing everything they can to stay alive here.
Yeah, Hedrick saying anything you can do, I can do better, but Zen are also poking into the shots with it. They're trying to put an end to him. Lux gonna get some cover fire going on. Ultra trying to work his way around the side, but is it gonna be enough here?
Buster. Well, can't go anywhere else, just go dead center. He tried to, didn't really work out his way, and Ultra now all the way up towards the smoke. He's down to 50 HP. Simsy's knocked already as well, so he might be coming in for the rest right there. But assume to see that, and smart that he's not over-engaging on it. But he did just get hit from Soktidnam, I believe. Oh,
they're ever so close to each other. Hedrick's just looking for it. That smoke covering up so much.
And Ultra actually got knocked from somewhere else, so Hedrick lives to see another day. He is alone now, though. Simsy goes down as well, and that's Lux down too. Ivel, oh, Ivel, you rude man with the distance right there, securing himself 1 point off of it, and takes down Besiktas.
Nam Ivel looking to ruin the party for any other teams that are fighting in the open. They're biding their time and clicking away when they see it happen.
That's just rude. They were trying to engage it, and there was just nothing they could do to avoid the crosshairs of Soktidnam. X team now, Tornado Energy, they have the high ground position, but one thing they don't have is the circle, and they will need to run on down either in towards the guys from We Need a Home or down towards Reciprocity.
And this is where you struggle to know where you can actually take some extra ground here. There's so many positions being taken up. Reciprocity are finally going to have to move as well. And that limits to even less compounds left after this.
The thing is, so many teams are forced to leave their vehicles at this point. So many teams shooting towards them as well. Soktednam has to leave their position as well. So they'll probably inevitably be forced to take a fight too, because there are not a whole lot of compounds remaining. Only the southern, 12 stack down there. And that's, pretty much everything you have available.
Everyone is pinned down. As soon as you make a move, someone else is firing on you. And Zen, they're going to try and control most of this northwest side of the circle. And now that Northern Lights are moving, that gives them even more space to move around.
Well, Derek knocking his teammate, getting some more meds off of it. Actually, pretty smart play. There was no way he could press him anyway. And now X-Team in combat, throwing some nades down the hill, trying to do some damage. Smashbay might just be able to get out of the range of that one. Fortunately, able to do so. Sampeak heals for days, bandage, not a whole lot more to it than that. Just exactly not within the points there, unfortunately. Comfort running in the open, 5 kills for Tornado Energy, but highly unlikely they'll get a whole lot more of it down. He goes, Ravi secures himself the kill once again. We're seeing Reciprocity with a good position in the circle.
Reciprocity, even when they had to move out, they do a 2-2 split to move out, and it's still getting kills extra on the board. Soke and Nam have come alive at the same time, though. We're seeing them flood up the scoreboards, but is it going to be enough to bring them into some good placements with just 7 teams remaining? And Northern Lights, they're very much out on the side here. They've got themselves inside the circle, but it's a very open position to play from them. Smokes again having to be used straight away.
It sure is, and the majority of these players have already used what they had for utility a couple of circles ago, because it has been open for quite a while now. Soktednam from range, trying to do some damage. Already 5 kills. Vasculo having been knocked. Not sure if they're going to be able to get him back up on his feet. Page saying, well, at least we'll secure ourselves some damage and some kills right here. Vascu might just be able to get rest, but once again, Reciprocity lighting up the kill for Unique. They've pushed on out. There's a full-on fight going on right now. Hopefully we can get on over there, as Unique under plenty of fire from Reciprocity. Scoom is all that's left.
Scoom's got to get this done. Starts off pretty strong onto Yubica, tags him up a little bit, but he needs to land those shots. Nade's going to come out, and Yubica's going to struggle to move away from this. He'll either get the kill onto the knock player, and that's probably exactly what it's going to do. Standing just about avoids it. Yubica, how is he able to stay alive? Another nade comes out. He goes down, and Team Unique are eliminated. Reciprocity getting it done, but can he res up all his teammates?
Not only does he finish off the team, Scoom, the guy that died early on last game, he says, you know what, I'll take it on me this time around to make things work. He's going to get back up his entire team, and it's going to be a 4-man Reciprocity coming into the final circles here. What a hero play coming out from him right there.
This is so crazy. Quick math. Just 2 players chilling, still taking shots. They find the knock onto Ival. Paige and Vascu going to use the cards as cover because that's all they've got. Northern Lights are still up, but they've been quiet, but they're still around. Sokenarm, they're the focused fire team at the moment. Ival's gone.
Secure himself the kill there. Northern Lights, despite having been in a rough position early on, actually trying to see if they can get something going their way. They got a player knocked and finished off very early from 3D Max in this game, and somehow they're still in it. And as I say that, that's not true because that was last game.
And Reciprocity, though, they've managed to hang in this, right? Now bring up all their players. 3 were knocked, and no one was bothering them. They had all that time to work with. Zoka and Nam get eliminated. Further shots coming out. Good nade from Perfectix and Northern Lights and Reciprocity, the only teams with 4 players left alive. Phantom is still there for 3D Max.
Wow.
He's doing his solo thing once again.
That is very, very impressive. He's running around with his crowbar, trying to fix the door on his little shack up there. He's still inside the circle, so no reason for him to go anywhere else, at least not right now. Frag City, though, saying, you know what, I might as well just get myself some little 3 gear here. You never know when they can come in handy. Maybe now with 11 players alive.
Continue to take the shots. Northern Lights are now the ones being pressured from both sides. Quick math onto them as well. And this is where it actually is going to benefit now Reciprocity more than anyone.
Trying to split down and get into a good position. Pelsish maybe overstepping a little bit there, trying to get the finish up on towards them. But Reciprocity comes in to say, nope, you ain't gonna be doing that. We will indeed take you down. But for Reciprocity now, as you can see, they will all have to push kind of down the hill on the other side. And next circle, of course, is not guaranteed, but it would seem like at least Reciprocity will have to leave the benefit of the forest and make their way out into the open. So for Jupsig and for the 2 remaining players in Northern Lights, and for Phantom, I guess, too, can they deal with this?
And they know how important it is to try and get rid of the Northern Lights players, right? As soon as they start making their move, they're the first ones going to be able to see. Quick map players at least have a little bit more cover in there. And just look at the shots coming in. Constant fire.
At this point, you've got to just blow up that vehicle, take out the wheels as well, and then throw them down behind it. You just got yourself a very, very fortunately gifted circle. And now all you have to do is wait it out.
Deep Zig. Trying to make it work here. All alone for Quick Math. Phantom got himself his hut. He's chilling, but he will have to move now.
Do people know that he's in here, though? That's a big question. Is he going to throw a nade out the window just because?
He's worried. Someone might be close. I'm
Phantom,
paranoid.
you've been alone for the past, I don't even know how long. So just chill out, mate. Chill out. Hexetti goes down. Perfectus. SLR is shot with to perfection. That's for sure. Miacho getting the finish up, and that's more kills coming in from them right there. Shift made the pull on up with his vehicle, and that nade could be right on the money.
Oh, Perfectix is going to struggle to move away, but it goes a little bit deeper. He's now out in the open as Shiv finishes him off. Manages to push him out of position, but Reciprocity with only 2 alive. And they've got to find Phantom and Quick Map somehow, some way. Phantom pokes out, he thrown straight back down. Jupsig's under fire. Quick Map are eliminated, and now it is a 2v1. Phantom has somehow got himself into 2nd place once again.
How the hell does he pull that off?
Phantom's like that guy that can push people away with his mind. He's like, stay away from me. This is my hut.
You saw him so early in the game, in this field, without a chance to do anything. And a bit of help, I guess you can say, from Suktet Nam to take out the pressure coming in from Besiktas has given Phantom a 2nd place in this game. That is absolutely insane.
The thing is, people saw him run into the field in the first time, but it was so long ago that everyone must have thought,
yeah,
Sai's probably dead now. You know, like, no one would let him hang in there that long.
He did throw a nade, though.
Just now, yeah.
Just now. So
that
they must know that, yes, that was the paranoid Phantom. That was the other Phantom, you know. So they must know at least kind of the direction that he's in. But of course, at this point, they can be, well, everywhere. So Ravi, Shift doing it smart, playing it safe, trying to look for him, trying to find him in the open. Phantom, because that's the thing, he's not only a good survivalist, but he's actually also a pretty good fragger. So they got to respect him right here.
Yeah, you cannot just go all guns blazing towards him because they don't give him the chance to take the win here. All it takes them to get a knock onto one player and then a couple of nice shots onto the second.
They have the circle. They're going to drive on forward now as well. Shift, is he just going to do the honking and then drive through all the bushes? Or are they actually going to be playing it safe and smart? The vehicles have HP. He's trying to go up here, get a high ground position. I like the idea. Get a position where you can look out, spot people up. Oh, stop the vehicle before it goes in the blue. There you go. Smart play. See if you can spot him in the open. And there you go. Get spotted.
And now Phantom is just going to stand up, get picked apart, and Reciprocity 2 wins for today and a 13 kill one at that.
This is the 2nd time we see